Hi everyone, welcome to the second video in which we are going to understand how users actually interact with SAP. So we are going to discuss a few points here in terms of GUI versus web-based and why it matters for automation. Now what I want you to do is what way you are accessing it in your projects, mention that in the comment section, and or whatever way you're planning to learn this, mention in the comment section like GUI or Fury or other applications. Okay. Now let's take a look at this. So understand this thing that SAP has a huge customer base and the requirement to access SAP may vary a lot. So they try to provide different possible options in which you can access their product. So if you'll take a look at this, you will see that there are different access methods. However, I have not called out each and every method, but one of the most famous and most used from a long time is SAP GUI method. This is basically a software which you download and you install it in your machines and you work with all the different modules. So this was primarily used for a long time, but there were needs in terms of making this product accessible in web-based format as well. So that's where SAP Fiori comes into picture. Okay. Then there are other alternatives as well, like SAP Web GUI, which is a browser-based version, no client installation needed. They have mobile apps as well, and for specific sections, they have another applications as well. But majorly, these are the two different access methods which are primarily used. So there are very higher chances that you are going to, if you're going to work on automation, test automation, you're going to use either SAP GUI or SAP Fiori. Now let's take a look at how these actually look. So if you'll take a look at this, this is how SAP GUI looks like, and this is how SAP Fiori looks like. Now, these are the two broader categories in which we can divide this. So this is basically a desktop-based application, and this is a browser-based application. Now, inside this, all the different modules will come into picture in terms of which module you're working with, for example, sales or material management and things like that. Now, understand this thing. When we talk about SAP GUI, since it is a desktop-based application, there is a different technology which is used to write this entire software. While when we talk about SAP Fury, this is a web-based application. Now, whenever a web-based application comes into picture, we have a default engine which is called as HTML engine. Now, here, this is the same strategy used for all the web automations. So, in case of SAP Fury, you're majorly all the approaches in terms of automating this application more or less will be similar to web automation strategy. While in case of desktop based application, since the way it is developed and the language which is used is different, so that's where when you're going to automate your SAP GUI, your automation approach is going to entirely differ because the way automation tool is going to interact with this application. So when we are going to discuss further in the further videos, when Tosca is going to interact with SAP GUI, you'll see something called as SAP engine is going to come into picture, which is going to be able to easily interact and get the structure and suggest the possible ways and options. And in terms of what Tosca has to provide, there are a bigger chunk of modules, as we call in case of Tosca, for SAP GUI already existing, which makes our job very easy. Okay. But depending on your projects, it is going to depend what way you're going to automate your applications. There are higher chances that you are going to work on SAP GUI, but given the recent changes, it will depend. It could be on SAP Fiori as well. Same functionality is provided in both of these, depending on whichever module you are assigned with. But in terms of which way we are going to automate this is going to change your strategy altogether. We are going to focus more on SAP GUI part in the upcoming videos, and we'll see if we are able to cover some part of SAP Fiori as well, because we need access to the SAP Fiori application as well. Now, in the next video, I'm going to talk about how we are going to set up Tosca for SAP automation in terms of requesting for the license, setting up the workspace. So if you're already aware about this, you can skip the next video and jump to the next video in which we are going to talk about basically the SAP GUI setup for uh, getting started with our automation. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And that's it for this video. I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye bye.